At this time, we will now induct the 13th class of Athletic Hall of Fame inductees, joining the 102 current members of the Grand Forks Central Athletic Hall of Fame. This class is composed of 13 members, all of which are athletes. They range from the graduating class of 1971 to the year 2007. They now join a Hall of Fame that consists of 70 athletes, 32 coaches, and significant contributors. Please give your attention to these inductees, as many of them have journeyed many miles to be with us here today to be inducted into the prestigious GFC Athletic Hall of Fame. I will introduce each member and read a part of their biography. Their complete biography is included inside the program at tonight's basketball game, so please take some time to look through those for their long list of accomplishments. And if you're an athlete, make it a goal to one day be a part of this exclusive company. Also, please hold your applause until after the end of the bio. I'll introduce each athlete, say a few things about them, and then we can give them a round of applause once they've been given their award. Our first athlete to come up is 2006 graduate Mark Barclay. A true multi-sport athlete, Mark competed in 15 different seasons and earned 13 varsity letters in 4 years at GFC. Not only was he a standout performer in hockey and track, but he also participated in football and cross country at the same time. As the first team All-State football player, Mark was also named MVP in the 2005 Dakota Bowl state title game. Mark credits his brother Brian, both as a mentor and coach, as being the most influential person in his life, not only as an athlete, but as a husband, father, and professional. His family, led by supportive parents, gave him the foundation for his success. A University of North Dakota graduate, Mark is the director of member services at 3RNet and lives in Grand Forks with his wife, Alys, a GFC grad, and their daughter, Ella. Ladies and gentlemen, inductee Mark Barclay. Our next athlete is 2003 graduate Matt Bonzer. Matt was a two-sport athlete at GFC from 1999 into 2003. He participated in cross-country teams at Central and is considered one of the best swimmers in GFC history. Matt was a 6-time state champion in swimming and also set 3 state records. When reflecting on his experiences at Central, Matt said, "More than any individual championship swim that I had, what I remember most were the successes I experienced as part of the team. Playing second chair trombone in symphonic and night jazz bands, being part of a cross-country team that competed for a state championship, and being part of a state championship relay team in swimming are all the things I'll reflect on more than a state championship of my own." Matt has been living in Grand Forks permanently since 2012. He, along with his family, own Bonzer's Sandwich Pub in downtown Grand Forks. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Matt Bonzer. Next is 2005 graduate Ryan Chappell. Ryan was one of the best dual sport athletes to ever attend GFC. As a track athlete, he holds a state record that can only be tied and never be broken. In the 2005 state track meet, Ryan won 4 individual events and scored 40 points for the team. He won the 110-meter hurdles, the 300-meter hurdles, the 100-meter dash, and the 200-meter dash. Ryan broke state records in both the 110 and 300-meter hurdles. He still holds 5 school records. Ryan was a key player on the GFC football team that finished as the state runner-up in 2004. During his football career, Ryan was All-State twice. After Ryan's outstanding career at GFC, he went on to play 3 years of football for the University of North Dakota. Ryan lives in Grand Forks and is an engineer tech for Steffes. He's been married to his wife, Alys, for 2 years, and they have a 1-year-old son. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ryan Chappell. Our next inductee is 1977 graduate John Gambucci. John was a multi-sport athlete competing in tennis and hockey. He was a state doubles champion with Mark Jackson in 74 and 75, and again in 76 with Terry Wynn. In 1977, John had a record of 52-0 and was the state singles champion, closing out his high school career. In his 3 years of varsity hockey, John was part of a state championship team in 1975 and 1976 and played in the marathon 8 overtime game in 1977 versus Red River, which ended in a 1-1 tie and was declared a co-championship. To go along with all his state titles, John received all conference and all state selections in both sports. John played both hockey and tennis for Gustavus Adolphus College in St. Peter, Minnesota. John currently lives in Wisconsin with a career as a tennis pro since graduating from college. For the last 28 years, he and his wife Jackie have owned Pleasant Valley Tennis and Fitness Club in Jackson, Wisconsin. John and Jackie have 3 children, Alyssa, Joe, and Gina, and he's very pleased to be joining his father, Serge, brothers Jim and Bill, and sisters Mary Ann and Carol in the Grand Forks Central Athletic Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Gambucci. Our next inductee is 2006 graduate John Greasier. During a strong era of boys sports at Central, John was a three-sport varsity letter winner in football, hockey, and baseball. He was a member of the state championship the state championship team in 2005 and the state runner-up team in 2004. In hockey, he won an EDC and state championship in 2004 and was state runner-up in 2005 and captain of the 2006 third-place team. His championship president also helped lead the baseball team to another title. He is one of the only athletes in Central history to be a state champion in 3 different sports. To go along with his titles, John was all-conference and all-state in football, hockey, and baseball. John lives in Mitchell, South Dakota, and is currently the head baseball coach at Dakota Wesleyan University. John thanks his entire family for giving him their unconditional love and support and appreciates everything his mom and dad have done for him. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Greasier. Our next inductee may have a familiar name. It's 2006 graduate Ryan Kosowski. Ryan was a 3-sport standout during his GFC career. On the gridiron, Ryan helped lead the 2005 football team to the state championship for the first time in 59 years. Ryan still holds the school record for most rushing attempts, yards, and touchdowns in a season. He was first-team All-State as a senior and All-Conference as a junior and senior. In basketball, Brian was a starter on the 2005 team that placed 6th at state and a member of the 2003 EDC championship team. In track, he was a member of the 2005 EDC champions. Ryan went on to a successful football career at the University of North Dakota, where he was a 2-time all-conference selection at linebacker. Ryan currently resides in rural Thompson with his wife of 4 years, Kristen. He is a physical education teacher at East Grand Forks School District and also serves as the head varsity football coach for the Green Wave. Ryan also said, "I would like to especially thank my parents for always supporting me and teaching me the importance of hard work. They instilled in me at an early age to always do my best and to never give up. The lessons I've learned from my parents have made me the person I am today." Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ryan Kosowski. Our next inductee is 2007 graduate Andrew Kennedy. Andrew was a 2-sport standout during his GFC athletic career, excelling on the football field as well as on the wrestling mat. On the gridiron, Andrew was an all-conference and all-state selection in 2006. He was also the only junior to start on the 2005 GFC football state championship team. During his wrestling career at GFC, Andrew placed 8th at state as a junior and was the EDC and state champion as a senior at 285 pounds. He set a school record for wins in a season while compiling a 40-4 record during his senior year. A fascinating fact about Andrew is he's the only student athlete in GFC history to win an individual state wrestling title and a state championship in football. Another quick side note on Andrew. Unlike many athletes that have played a certain sport for many years since they were little kids, Andrew didn't start wrestling until he was a freshman in high school. And during that first year, he only won 1 match his entire season. Then only 3 years later, through hard work and determination, Andrew set the school record for wins and won a state title. So there's a lesson there for everyone. Don't be afraid to try something here at GFC. Whether it's a new sport or an extracurricular activity or a club that we have here, one of the worst things in life is not failure, it's regret. So don't regret not going out for something here at GFC while you're here. Andrew currently resides in Grand Forks with his girlfriend Kristen and their daughter Haley. He's a technology education teacher at Valley Middle School, where he also coaches football. Andrew also has been a coach for GFC Wrestling for 10 years and last 3 years as associate head coach. And last season he helped mentor Central wrestler Brady Terrell to his own state title. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Andrew Kennedy. Our next inductee is 2005 graduate Brandon Kreitinger. Brandon participated in football, basketball, and baseball at GFC. As a basketball player, Brandon scored over 1,300 career points, which ranks him as the second all-time leading scorer in GFC history. He is also topped in school history in three-pointers in a season and free throw percentage. Brandon was All-EDC 3 times and All-State once. GFC basketball made the state tournament twice during Brandon's tenure, placing 6th in 2004. As a football player, Brandon was a 2-time All-EDC performer and earned All-State honors his senior year. Brandon played quarterback and safety for the team that finished 2nd in state in 2004. Brandon played on the 2004 EDC baseball championship team that finished as the state runner-up. Brandon topped off his career by being named the North Dakota state winner of the Wendy's High School Heisman Award. This award acknowledged Brandon's excellence in athletics, academics, and activities within the community. Brandon is currently living in Phoenix, Arizona, with his wife Carrie and their son Asher. He is the managing director of FP&A at Drive Time. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brandon Kreitinger. Our next inductee, also a familiar name around GFC, is 2006 graduate Jake Landry. Jake was an excellent 3-sport athlete here at GFC. He was a member of 2 state championship teams, the 2005 football team and the 2006 baseball team. In football, he was both an outstanding quarterback and linebacker, having been named first-team All-State at QB as a senior and second-team All-State at linebacker in his junior season. In baseball, he was a standout pitcher, earning MVP honors at the state tournament and All-State during his senior season. He was also All-State in basketball as a senior and All-Conference and All-State in each of the 3 sports. Jake went on to a successful quarterback career at the University of North Dakota. Jake currently resides in La Crosse, Wisconsin, where he's the offensive coordinator and QB coach for the University of Wisconsin La Crosse. He wishes to thank his parents for all the support throughout his time at GFC, even when it was hard for them to support him. He was born and raised around GFC football and always thought of his coaches as his family as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jake Landry. Our next inductee comes from the class of 2005, and it's Jake Bardo. Accepting the award on his behalf will be his dad, Perry. Jake is considered to be one of the best overall athletes to ever wear a Central uniform. He was an all-state player in football, hockey, and baseball. He was named North Dakota's Mr. Hockey and Mr. Baseball as a senior. He played in multiple state championship games in football, hockey, and baseball, including 3 on the ice. He points out that his teammates learned the right way at GFC from older teammates, coaches, and teachers. After high school, Jake went on to have a standout career at the University of North Dakota. An older brother, Dan, set the stage for Jake as a GFC athlete, and parents Perry and Priscilla strongly supported him not only at Central but also at UND. Jake resides in Windsor, Colorado, and is married to GFC alum Chrissy. Jake continues his athletic success as a professional hockey player with the Colorado Eagles, which is the reason why he couldn't be here today. So accepting the award on his behalf is his father, Perry. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jake Marto. Now from the class of 1971, graduate Gary Purpur. Gary was a 3-year letter winner in hockey from 1969 to 1971. During those 3 years, Gary helped lead Central to 3 state hockey championships during a decade of dominance in boys hockey. Gary was an all-conference and all-state selection his junior and senior season and was named team MVP his senior year. He still holds a boys state hockey tournament record after recording 5 assists in 1 game. After high school, he moved on to the University of North Dakota and played there for 2 years. After his playing career was over, Gary moved on to coaching, where he was the head coach in Minnesota and then also Grafton Park River and Red River. He led the Spoilers to a state title in 1991 and the Rough Riders to titles in 1996, 97, and 98. Gary currently resides in Grand Forks. He retired from teaching in Grand Forks Public Schools in 2005 and now works for Icon doing commercial industrial construction. Gary's been married to his wife Cindy for 43 years. They have 2 daughters, Laura and Gina. He also has 2 grandsons and 2 granddaughters. Gary joins his father, Fido Purpur, in the Grand Forks Central Athletic Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gary Purpur. Our next inductee is 2006 graduate Andrew Schultz. Andrew was a three-sport standout during his Grand Forks Central career. As a senior, he was first-team All-State in both football and basketball. He was a key contributor to the 2005 state championship football team and placed in both the triple jump and long jump at the state meet during his high school career. Between the three sports, Andrew earned 9 varsity athletic letters. Andrew went on to a successful football career at Bemidji State University, where he played wide receiver. Andrew currently resides in Grand Forks, where he serves as a loan officer for CHS. Andrew married his high school sweetheart, Ariel, from the other school, and they have 3 boys, ages 4, 3, and 1. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Andrew Schultz. And last but certainly not least is 2006 graduate Elise CA. Elise is recognized as one of the best athletes ever at GFC, competing in basketball and soccer. Elise played varsity basketball at Central for 5 years and ranked second all-time in points scored in school history. Her career totals in free throws and steals are first on the all-time list. On January 5th, 2006, Elise scored 49 points in a game against Fargo Shanley, which is an individual, school, and state Class A scoring record. Her 2004 team finished second in the EDC and 6th at state. The 2006 team, she was unqualified for the state tournament. The individual awards that Elise won during her career included being All-EDC 3 times, All-State 3 times, and a North Dakota Miss Basketball finalist in 2006. As a soccer player, Elise was All-EDC 3 times and All-State twice. After her high school career, Elise attended the University of North Dakota and played basketball for 4 years. Elise states that she couldn't have done anything without the support of her parents and brothers. They helped me become who I am, and I'm blessed by them. Elise is currently living in Nebraska and attending a Master's of Physician's Assistant Studies program there. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Elise CA.